Oh dear, and we've got scuff already. Looks like my changes did not get saved whilst I was in studio mode. Don't you just love a good live stream with scuff? Deep underground bunker beneath Castle Rexworth in the breaking news room. I bid all of you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you are and whenever you are. My name is Rexworth, Lord Rexworth. We are streaming now across 4 different channels. We are on Twitch, we are on YouTube, we are on Rumble, and we are also on Twitter. And I am joined tonight by 3 of the 4 members of my team. But yeah, we're prepared for this to run rather late, and we've got a couple of possibilities of things that are going to happen. But first, let's get everybody introduced here.
Okay, hi, my name is Lady Lark. I am a VTuber sometimes, and other times I'm a VTweeter, but it's so nice to be here, and thank you for inviting me. I'm excited to talk about the election with you all.
Greetings and salutations. It is I, Elijah Knightley, noble warrior from the bleak decadent future, here to fight for honor and truth in this doomed world. Apologies that I'll be using my PNG tonight rather than my model. It's because we have company tonight, and when they go to bed, I have to move to a different part of the house where I won't be able to use my camera, so as not to keep them up. But I'm determined. I'm focused and determined to stay with you through the night and see how this goes.
Yes, my name is Megalum. I'm an FPS enthusiast, first-time political pundit, and excited to be here and discuss the results as they come in.
But we could go to 3 a.m. In the morning, if possible.
Yeah.
Depends on...
We'll just see.
Yeah, we're just going to have to see on a lot of things. Mama Oko is going to be joining us later on. I believe she's over on Junie Smoothie's stream, making an appearance over there. Joining us also later on is Action Bastard. And he will be, let's see, joining us around... yeah, looks like he is actually ready. So let me...
Hello, hello!
Hello!
Hey!
Hello, good evening.
What's up?
Action, welcome in.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Well, yourself?
I am doing fantastic.
I'm doing pretty good myself, too. Sparkling water, ready for this election.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got half a bottle of Suntory Japanese whiskey left and an energy drink.
See?
Oh, that is a wonderful combo right there.
That is. So, Action.
Yes.
I'm actually just going to put you up on the news desk here, so feel free to dance dance as you like on top of the news desk. But you actually ran for president.
Yes, I ran an independent campaign.
Yes. So
Fantastic.
we're looking at some of the results before we came on here, and unfortunately, it looks like you're not going to be able to pull this one off.
Yeah, sadly that be the case, but it's
listen,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you might end up in the winner's cabinet.
Oh, that's true.
Possibly, yeah. But I mean, give us some background. What will compel you to want to run for the American presidency?
Well, first it started as a LARF, because it's like one of the last 2 items on my bucket list. One of them is owning a house, one of them is running for president. Mind you, running, not winning.
Yes.
I was gonna say one of those is way harder than the other.
Oh yeah. In this economy, whew. Yeah, I do have a little concession speech I wrote.
Okay,
All right.
let's hear it.
Let's hear
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, as an independent throwing my hat into the ring, with it being the second to last item on my bucket list to run for president, I learned a couple of things. The first being is, it's not actually as difficult as people make it out to be, since I did my due diligence and emailed each state, what are the requirements to get on the ballot as an independent? And honestly, it just kind of boiled down to, for most of them anyway, that you need X amount of signatures. Other states, you just needed to donate money. That was it. The second being is that if you're going to run it as independent, you're going to need more of a budget than just $43.
Is that really how little you ran your campaign? That was your campaign war chest, was $43.
Yeah, it was $30 to build a website and $13 to register the domain. for a year.
That is that's wild.
Yeah, so needless to say, my campaign flew like a lead balloon at 10 times gravity.
You're 43 versus what's the average now? About $1 billion plus. Yeah, this was something that I suppose I'll go first. I swore up and down, downward politics. Not even going to touch anything like that. But I don't know. Something just compelled me to make a stream of this.
This feels like a big one.
Yeah, this does feel rather big. Feels rather important, but also I think a proof of concept of sorts to show the world that yes, VTubers can cover more serious subjects. Yeah, and can do so in a way that is professional and accurate, and is is just in a way that is in a way that I think we're missing a lot of this from the so-called mainstream.
It's something that a lot of online personalities can do, where it just feels so much more down to earth and much more personal. And like if they wear their biases on their sleeves, then you know whether you personally want to listen to them or not. They make no perfect impartial trustworthiness, and it would be nice to have perfectly impartial sources, but it just doesn't seem possible these days. So you might as well be honest about it.
Not when you've got human beings involved.
And there's nothing that says VTubers can't do that. Yeah, like when you're embodying an animated avatar, a big part of it is trying to be aesthetically appealing and thus, trying to be fun and endearing. But you can do serious stuff too. No one ever said you couldn't do that, but everyone seems to have the feeling that you have to.
Yeah, there have been a lot of false boxes that VTubers have been put into, and I think now it's sort of breaking down that resistance to say, you know what, the sky really is the limit with what we can do. But let's put the question to everybody else: what brings all of you here tonight? What compelled you to say, yeah, what could possibly go wrong? How hard can it be?
I've said a little bit already, so I'll just say a little bit more. I tried to be that kind of streamer who doesn't say anything outside of the box. I did that for about a year and a half, fell into a depression, took a year and a half off from streaming, and when I came back to it, I just thought, you know what, I'm done. I kind of fell in with two separate groups of friends during that first go around. One that was more on the side of like, let's just be chill, and more on the other side that, like, if nothing else, agreed with more of my beliefs than the other people. And so I felt much more comfortable being open about who I really am since I got back into streaming. That said, some of those friends who have stuck with me since then have said, hey, maybe don't talk about politics so much. And I was like, yeah, maybe you're right. But if there was ever a night to do it, it was tonight.
Yeah.
And I guess this is just kind of me testing the waters more than I ever have before.
I'll keep mine short and sweet. I was invited.
You were indeed invited. I was well aware you were running for president, and I figured what better place to make a concession speech than right here. But Mega, what brings you here tonight?
I've done this a few times now with friends, and when I was invited on here, I thought I'd jump at the opportunity. It's simple as that.
I can't remember exactly what day it was, but last week, much like yourself, I had tweeted that I was done talking about this election, and I was like, you know what, guys, I'm done talking about it. You guys know where I stand. You guys know my beliefs. I don't think you guys really need to hear me talk about it anymore. I decided I'm going to use this platform to talk about other things. And it wasn't a few hours later, that Nightly over here was like, hey, Lark, I was just wondering if you wanted to, maybe collab, and invite you to talk about this election with me and some other friends, election night. And I was like, well, I just told everyone that I am not doing that. But you know what? I love politics so much more.
And also
sidebar, someone let Mama Oko know when she can unmute, because she put it in the Discord chat.
Oh, let's see. We've got Mama Oko on deck. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mama, go ahead and unmute yourself, and let me switch over to. We're running out of room here. I'm gonna have to resize some people.
I was gonna say, just go ahead and resize me. Make me like a tiny action figure size on the desk.
You know what?
Yeah.
Brilliant idea. We'll do that.
People decorate their desks with toys.
Yes. All right. Action figure size shrinking now. From what I'm seeing, it's going to come down to Michigan and Wisconsin. We're going to look at the electoral map here in just a moment. But yes, Tristan Bigham, welcome in on YouTube. Awesome to see a group of VTubers getting together, not afraid of sharing their opinions. Well, we appreciate that, Tristan. Thank you.
Oh, we've got opinions. We got
Jedi
opinions.
riding.
Oh, we have opinions.
Wave.
Come to the right place. You're gonna hear the worst takes you've heard, the best takes you've heard,
And lulls.
everything in between.
Yes, and we're going to have
And
fun
memes.
doing it too. We're not going to be
Memes, of course.
Yeah,
memes.
we're not striving to be mean or vicious or anything like that. We're just
I am.
have some fun and make good content. Well, you know, Megan
Yeah,
excluded.
I get all of my opinions from memes.
I'm Canadian. Couldn't get across the border to vote illegally. No.
That's
By
okay.
the
I
way-
voted 3 times for both of y'all, so it's
By
okay.
the way, funny thing about that, I think it was in Michigan where it happened. Because Michigan is one of those states where it doesn't require state ID. There was a guy who had went there and asked for his ballot back. They asked him why, because he said he wasn't a citizen, and they still counted his vote. Yeah, Michigan and Wisconsin. Those are gonna be the wild cards tonight.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Not even
He's
American,
got-
and I'm nervous. Right now we're on 270towin.com, and we've clicked over to the live 2024 election results.
I'm actually using 3 separate. Actually, make that 4 separate things. I'm using Polymarket, Axios, Poll on 4chan, and 270 to win.
You know what?
The
I'm
forecast
gonna
might be more accurate.
Goodness.
I'm gonna tune into poll myself. I'm sure it's at least entertaining.
You'll
Yep.
understand if I don't bring that up.
Oh no, no worries, no
We're
worries. Yeah,
we're already taking a tremendous risk just
Jamie,
by...
pull up poll.
Now I do have Polymarket. I've also got Kolshi here. Let me refresh Kolshi. Jesus. Who will win the presidential election with over $340 million on the line? Donald Trump,
Yeah.
95%. Kamala Harris, 5%.
That's the thing. Yeah, I will say that like sometimes looking at bookies is a way more accurate way of looking at the way things are going than pollsters.
Yes, sometimes, not always. And then we kind of pull back with, cooler heads prevailing on Polymarket, it would seem. Trump, 88.6%.
You may want to
Harris,
refresh.
Whoops. Oh, I forgot. You have to do that. Hang on. Oh dear. Oh my.
Wait, where are we
Wow.
looking at right now?
Polymarket, Trump, 96.6%.
Let's
And
go,
Harris,
baby.
3.4.
I'm gonna let it ride on Harris and rig the election tonight. I'm gonna be a billionaire tomorrow.
I mean, you must say,
Oh
that
man,
if you,
I don't think I'm ready.
Frankie
If we
D
just do
on
this-
YouTube. I have my life savings on Kamala. Oh no, Frankie, no.
Percent right now in Philadelphia, and Trump is up by 300,000 votes.
This is over in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Thank you, Amish people. Thank you, Amish
Yes,
people.
God bless you, Amish.
I gotta say, it just within these last few months, everything that Trump could have needed to he had all the right little things happen to generate some good memes, if you know what I mean. And I don't mean that in terms of funny internet pictures. I mean just things that people will remember and people will talk about.
The McDonald's bit.
Yeah, the McDonald's bit, literally
That was
2 assassination
brilliant.
attempts. That image that arose from it of him pumping his fist in front of the flag. I don't think you could. I think that practically won him the election.
Funny thing about that, some people forget that Biden didn't step down after the debate. He stepped down after the assassination attempt.
Ooh.
That's telling.
He knew
Yeah.
he couldn't win.
And then when it was, there was Trump.
Going to need a tinfoil hat
Absolutely.
redeem.
I'm just gonna lay out the order of events, the timeline of events. Trump absolutely spanked Biden in that first debate. Then someone shot at Trump. It didn't work. Biden dropped
I
out.
don't know what he said. I don't think even he knows what he said.
But then Trump had the debate with
Not cool.
Kamala, and despite the moderators running defense for Kamala at every turn, I would say he still held his own in that debate. Someone
Yes.
shot at him again.
Yeah.
Don't
And
miss
yeah,
a
And
raising
then he had that
name.
classic moment in the debate. I'm talking here. Oh, I guess you wanted to say that, huh?
93% reporting, 120,000 vote lead.
Yeah, greater than
Wow.
95% reporting.
That
yeah,
is
I think it's
insane.
about 200,000
Wasn't Georgia
votes.
blue last time?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think it
Wow,
was.
it
I thought it
is.
was always
Georgia.
leaning blue. Oh, you mean in the last
Um,
election? Yeah, I think it did turn
Gone
blue.
red.
Yeah.
Vermont has the biggest disparity, but New York, only 10% difference. I'm surprised by that.
And Maine, they're struggling to call Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a
That
look
is-
here
that
at
is
New
bizarre.
York.
I've never seen Maine this divided.
I'm looking at New York, freaking Queens, of course. They're the ones that in New York
Still.
City.
You would expect it would be a landslide for Harris, and yeah, I guess
New Hampshire.
the rally in Madison Square Garden had a positive effect for them after all.
Yeah, the positive effect, sadly, not enough.
Hmm.
I mean, we never really expected New York. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone does. Barring Harrison coming out and saying everything I said was a lie, and I hate everyone.
Well,
You
Well,
know.
here's the funny thing. If you actually look at New York, you can see that a majority of it is red, save for New York City proper, Albany, and Buffalo.
There
Oh,
are
well,
a
yeah,
lot.
and that's why there's actually a bit of a movement, and it's obviously like all let's create a new state movements. It's comparatively small, but it's still a movement. There is a movement that exists in New York to basically make New York City and Long Island a separate state.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at this point, they might as well, yeah.
I will say this, I'm just saying we've seen the way it goes. When Trump loses, you get a riot outside the White House, and some guards
Uh-huh.
kindly let the rioters in, and then try to frame it as an insurrection.
Yeah.
Accurate.
When Trump's opponent loses, cities get burnt down.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think if
It's a fiery but mostly peaceful protest.
You know who I want to see run for president, and I know she doesn't want to do it, and she said she doesn't want to do it.
Who?
But I feel like Kirsha would make the best president because
Oh
she
my
wouldn't do
gosh.
anything. Just be in office.
She would
No.
be the best president because all the best presidents don't do anything.
I'll say this right now: if you vote for me for president, I will make the golden circle real. If you know what that is, then you know.
yes, let's go. Thank you. Yes,
If I were
would vote for
president,
you.
I would glass Canada.
What does that mean? I'm sheltered. What does that mean?
Like burn
Wipe
it
them.
until the earth melts and turns to glass.
Yes.
Oh,
They've had it too good for too long.
I mean, I'm here
I've
for
been
it.
seeing,
I think that's
I've been
great.
seeing a lot of Trump merch going around town, which isn't surprising. I mean, my area is. It's actually no, it is kind of surprising because my area would be pretty solid blue.
Well, here's the funny thing, too, right? This is why I wasn't really, skittish as to who was going to win. Where have you ever seen a Kamala merch or Waltz merch anywhere?
I'm gonna be honest, that sounds super duper cringy.
It is.
All right, chat. I'm not saying you're right or wrong, but you're right. It is cocked meant for Harris.
Hey, I'm back.
NTR is cringe. Monogamy is based.
Absolutely.
There
Yeah.
you go. Tonight, chat. And that is, we have a clear victory for Trump, or a clear victory for Harris, or it just remains unclear who the victor is, and we don't find out for several days, which by
Yep.
the standards of the rest of the world is appalling.
Yep, it is bullshit.
It's
Yeah.
rough doings.
By the next morning, it's like, hey, here's the new government for you. Why can't we have that here?
Oh yeah, speaking of, when a bunch of Europeans were asked about what they think about the fact that there's a good collection of states here that don't require ID for voting, they were just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Yep.
you only do that if you're wanting to cheat.
There was a person on Twitter just now that said Trump is going to go down in history as the man who stopped the first female president twice.
Oh my
I thought that was
gosh, I didn't
great,
even think about
honestly.
that.
That
10
is
out
so
of 10.
funny.
Yeah,
I love it so much. I'm going to keep that for later to laugh at.
we are here for it.
But one has to look at the career of Kamala Harris and be like, wow, like, I guess you have to admire how she lied, cheated, and stole her way to the position she's in, because she went from no-name, literal who from California to I think the worst Democratic candidate of the 2020 election to vice president thanks to being a literal diversity hire. Biden admitted it himself. He picked her because she's a woman of color, to somehow inheriting his entire campaign. And now she came kind of close to being president. Like, what?
Well,
you know,
she just put her head down and went to work.
It's literally what they call failing upward.
The way that she chose to climb the ladder in the most nefarious, but also
Scandalous.
Yeah, in the most
ruthlessly scandalous, we'll say.
unclassy way possible is just kind of very telling to her character or lack thereof.
Yeah.
And her lying about her ethnicity and code switching to pander to all these different groups of people makes me angry the most.
Her nickname was Heels Up Harris. Oh my gosh.
Much like Hillary Clinton with the, I don't know if any of you recall that speech that she made where she all of a sudden just magically adopted this southern drawl of, I ain't no ways tired. I come too far.
Oh yeah, and the infamous thing of her carrying a bottle of Tabasco sauce in her purse for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
When all of a sudden, if she were to sort of uncork that and take a whiff of it, she'd pass out from the vapors.
These seemingly globalist left-wing people are not really globalists, because they are some of the most unworldly people you'll ever meet. They don't know anything about really anything outside the cities that they live in.
They're very nouveau riche.
If we win the House, if we win the Senate, if we win the presidency, I need to be able to buy a machine gun over the counter. I'm a single issue voter. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Akko, someone in your chat brings up a point. This looks just like the 2016 electoral map. Let me look that up real quick.
A little bit.
I'm looking that up.
Wait.
Oh yeah, especially with Pennsylvania. Hold on, let me see that.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So what you're
If
saying
that's
is
the case, memes win again. Cheat chat. People get mad at me when I say this. Mostly left-leaning people, and I don't really lean any particular way tonight. But people get really mad when you mention that Donald Trump won because of memes.
Yeah,
and that's because Hillary Clinton didn't know how to meme. The same as with Kamala Harris. If he wins, he did not win by any other reason because he got shot and he got memed.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing is there's
and you work at McDonald's.
I think there is real truth to the meme that the left can't meme, and I think it's because a meme has to be able to communicate a potentially complicated idea in a very simplified way, and you can't really simplify a lot of left-wing policies because they're based on groundless critical theory that takes a whole word salad to explain, whereas right-wing beliefs tend to be based on intuitive reality.
Kamala just dismissed her party.
Wait, what?
Hello, Junie. Thank you for the raid.
What does that mean?
Raiders, welcome in.
I don't know.
She might.
If this is the map that we're looking at right now.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
refresh.
this
It's
is
uncanny,
insane.
the
Let me
similarity.
refresh.
But because what it basically means is Trump did it in 2016, he seems to be doing it in 2024, and he could have done it in 2020, I'm just saying. The first great meme that happened during Biden's presidency that signaled, I think, the beginning of the end for him was those horrible gas prices, and people were literally putting those stickers of him on the gas.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did this sticker.
Yeah,
On the
I
My
did
friend
that.
did that.
And
My best friend was going around doing that.
And it's like, I think
Yes.
this is a good sign that people are starting to wake up and just start to believe their eyes, because that's what the news basically tells you. Do not believe your eyes.
Look at the
Makes you
2020
think,
map.
doesn't it? Nevada is really dragging its
Makes
feet.
you think about the fraud that could be happening in that state right now.
Somebody said they're too busy gambling on the election to actually vote in it. He has a 6% lead in Michigan with 58% reporting, according to AP.
That's good. Oh yeah, well actually according to 270 to win, 65% are now reporting in Michigan, and yeah, he's got that lead.
What a difference!
Yeah.
a
Like
few years makes.
the gulf of difference between the liberal fantasy, the liberal fiction, and reality has become too broad to ignore.
I kind of feel like the reason Trump lost in 2020 was so that he could come back now when we're on the verge of like 2 wars, a failing economy, all of this stuff going on.
Yeah, he could come back
In
when
a
he
civil
really
war,
wanted to.
possibly? Yes.
You should check Polymarket to see how high the percentage is. It's nuts.
Let's refresh here, because this was
You think
what we
it's
had
too
at
late for
last
me to
check,
get a bet in?
96.6. 97.6 versus 1.8 for Harris. He's also setting
You
the
know, there's
stage
some
for his
people
son
thinking-
Beren when he comes of age. That's true.
Oh,
And-
Nevada's reporting.
Oh, are they?
Finally.
Oh,
71%
what the
Trump
hell?
right now
Nevada's
with
finally quit
6%.
dragging its feet.
Oh, it's only
Yeah.
6%, bro.
Hassan is on the verge of tears.
Is he streaming
That's
right
it.
now?
Wait, for real?
Yeah,
I have to see
he is so
I have to
dejected
see
right
this
now.
right now. I have to see
It's
this.
great.
We
But that's
also
not-
should probably...
Not because I like seeing people dejected. I'm here for reaction.
It's
okay.
nice. It's nice for Hassan and for Chenginga to get their comeuppance every once in a while.
Yeah.
So-
Yep.
My stream died.
To come to grips with reality, like so many people are these days.
Headline: Associated Press. There are serious 2016 echoes in Harris's 2024 election night. But
You don't say.
Insert Nicolas Cage meme here. Historical precedent be damned. I'm going for accuracy here. Dylan writing in Twitch, Hassan is crying about the results, literally saying the system failed us.
Really?
He's mumbling
Wait.
right now.
Has anybody
Oh,
checked in on
man.
the Young Turks? Can anybody pull
Not
up
yet.
the
I thought
Not yet, but I do want to play the most fitting sound effect right now.
okay.
Better luck next time.
Now Hassan is comparing Trump's victory to the Austrian painter. Well, lovely. Of course he would.
Wonderful.
Well,
That's
The
That's
typical
the way it
move.
is.
of
Wait,
the
comparing it to what? I'm back, by the way.
A certain Austrian
Welcome
painter.
back.
Welcome back, Elijah.
Oh my god. Hey.
Let's
Yeah, when
see.
like literally, it's like communism is when good things happen. Fascism is when bad things happen.
Yeah. What's going to be fun is
Like-
seeing what government agencies are going to be on the cutting room floor first if Trump wins. I'm hoping it's the ATF myself, yes.
Same.
There's an old T-shirt I saw long ago that alcohol, tobacco, firearms should be a convenience store, not a government agency. They've had it.
So why don't we all just like say it outright? Okay, because like we haven't been allowed to say it outright for 4 years now. Do we believe that the results of the 2020 election were legitimate?
Oh,
No.
God, no, of
No.
course,
Of course not.
Nope. Okay,
No.
cool.
There's no
Then we're all
way.
in agreement.
There's no way 81 million Americans voted for Joe Biden. There's just no way.
No.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
especially with the laptop story.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, do
A
you
laptop
notice
story
how
was
that
suppressed by not only the government but toadies in the media?
exactly? You notice how that just kind of, right before that kind of information came out, right before the election, just kind of suddenly just dissipated and just kind of dissolved.
Well, same thing with the
away.
Trump assassinations. Literally, they reported them as much as they needed to for the first 24 hours, and then they ignored it because they knew it made him look sympathetic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then they bury the second one.
Yeah.
Well, they buried
yes.
it, and then 2 years later, 3 years later, when this election was starting up, we saw, oh yeah, actually Facebook was actively suppressing that. Yeah, Twitter was
Mhm.
actively suppressing that. 270 to win is calling 270 electoral votes for Trump right now.
Wait,
Yep.
Oh my God.
What?
But we still have like 6 states that are uncalled, apparently.
is this happening?
Yep.
Is this really happening?
Jesus.
Yep.
PA is for Trump. He's at 270 already. Wait, what?
Yeah. About damn
Pack
time.
it up, fellas. We did it.
Now we just gotta wait for the other ones to see how much of an overkill win this is.
Is it really?
Oh my-
Is that it already?
Something's happening, folks. Something's really
I'm not seeing
happening.
any posts on Twitter from either candidate right now. Although I would like
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
something.
I think they're just
I would-
celebrating right now. Well,
I
one
just-
party's celebrating.
Yes.
I
Well,
want
no, they-
Trump.
They probably both had tweets primed and ready in case they won or lost.
True.
Then again, Hillary Clinton didn't.
You know what I find funny though is that it was literally like what 2 or
Decision
3
Desk
days
HQ
before
right
the
here.
election and everything, where Kamala pulled out like Beyonce and Oprah Winfrey and Lady Gaga and all
Yeah.
these other celebrities that don't live paycheck to paycheck, They
No.
haven't lived in reality in a very long time, and they
No.
pander to the American people, telling them that we should vote for Kamala when she hasn't, been clear about her policies. She hides them. She laughs at our pain.
Yeah, no, it's
and she threw but
Again, it's-
750 at the flood victims when she and Biden have been sending billions to Ukraine and Lebanon to fund their wars while we suffer over here.
Yeah.
Madness.
yeah.
That
And it's
shows
again,
where
it's
her
it's the
priorities
it's the
are.
it's the policies of rich people who are not affected by their policies.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But I was going to say, Rex, I think you said it the best the other day when you said that these rich elites just want like a kingdom of serfs.
They do, yes.
Yeah.
We for so long, and this was made abundantly clear. It started to bubble up around the early 2010s, and then just went on full display in 2020. The elites of the Western world and many of their followers, they hate us and they want us dead and replaced with a more compliant underclass.
True.
And which explains a great deal of the policies that they have advocated and tried to enact.
In this chat, communist streamer Hassan Piker announces he's moving to Japan.
Does he really think he'll be happier there?
Let him go. Let him go. Just let him go.
Let him go and find out the hard way.
Yeah,
let him go.
This motherfucker wants to move to Japan.
I mean,
they will eat
okay.
you alive there, sir.
Oh yes, no, they absolutely will.
Maybe he'll get along with that one communist Japanese historian who insists that Yasuke was a real samurai.
Oh, no.
I don't want to send anyone Hassan's way, but he's currently going on a rant justifying his wealth and his political values.
Wait,
So it's
I
like-
wanted-
No.
sure
You see,
he
Hassan, to quote somebody that you probably voted for, if you're successful, as you claim you are, you didn't get there on your own. You didn't get there on your own. You think you talk about how you're such a hard worker. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of hard workers out there. It's somebody along the line gave you some help. It was a teacher who encouraged you, or it was a mentor who helped you, or a parent who shuttled you back and forth to God. You didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen. I love putting up the mirror to these people to disarm and infuriate them.
Oh, the salt mining is going to be glorious.
Yes.
The Trump
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
the wealth he got
syndrome
from Daddy's
cave will be
influence.
another
Yeah,
thread.
that's another thing with a lot of these so-called influencers and YouTubers. So many of them are basically living off of Mummy and Daddy's credit line. Lads, those of you who are watching, or women, if you swing that way, whatever. A female Trump supporter. That's probably it's not the end all be all, but that's an attractive quality. So maybe look at them as potential waifu material. I'm just throwing that out there. It's just a suggestion. You do with that what you will.
Dude, no way. Dude, no way. Lord Rexworth trying to put the moves on Lark live on stream, caught in 4K.
I'm just saying. Well, oh Jesus.
I'm embarrassed to be
That is
here now.
What's
not
going
what I
on
meant.
here?
You are taking things out of context, Elijah. You are fake news. You're fake news.
If I can,
You're the fakiest faking news that ever faked. You're so fake, it's horrible.
Legal mindset just couldn't help himself. He's poking fun at Hassan, and posted
he
about
is.
20 minutes ago. He said, "We'll take appropriate actions to ensure Hassan is denied a Japanese visa."
I love it. I
Amen.
Yeah.
love it.
Leaning of
Though
states.
I am surprised
They are
Salt Lake
Mormons,
County and
are.
Summit County going for Kamala Harris.
Well, that's the thing. It's an urban area, and urban areas tend to lean left, but it also has the highest concentration of Mormons who tend to lean right, which is very strange.
That is almost
Well,
a
if I
schizophrenic
can say,
dichotomy.
as somebody who used to be Mormon, I can tell you for a fact that it is leaning more to the left in Salt Lake City because they Mormoned too hard and drove all of their children to become lesbians.
They Mormon too close to the sun? It looks like
That's the thing. I guess we might get a victory speech tonight.
let's see,
Leaflet
told
posted,
this is
Peanut
copyright
sends his
free.
regards.
Wisconsin called for Trump.
Well, there you go.
Let's go.
Wisconsin call?
We are in extra innings.
Yes.
It just seems like people have these like perceived notions by what the media has told them, all these lies about what Trump will do and Project 2025 is going to do this and it's going to take your rights and this, that, and the other. It's not true. A lot of that's not true. And
Yeah, like
Oh.
to that,
It's
I
what
just
happens
say,
when you're terminally
it's so
online.
damning.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing.
so that like
Donald
just remind
Trump-
them it didn't happen in his first term. It's not going to happen in his second term.
The Trump
Like-
campaign has made it quite clear that they have actually
Love
started
you.
screening out
Sorry.
anyone associated with Project 2025.
By the way,
Right.
has
Anyone-
anybody actually read that?
I
It's
didn't
mainly just
flip
I've
over
read
it.
It's
the
mainly just an
summaries of it.
agenda to massively downsize federal agencies. That's
I
it.
know that. It's just the fact that I read through that thing and it's like 75% of it is just fluff. They could have cut so much out of it.
They really could have, but you know, it's the Heritage Foundation. They've got to get their funding somehow. Apparently, I guess there's a page count at the printing press or whatever.
Yeah, 900 pages.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah,
That-
like I
that
said,
was-
and 75% of it is fluff.
Yeah,
That was a really
it's-
good accent, by the way. Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Someone-
what?
Also, yes, Lark apparently heard it. I'm sorry, I burped earlier.
Hey, I totally forgive you. But no, I heard a southern accent, and I just want to say, as someone from Alabama, I respect that.
Wallace says Kamala, it says early as CNN exit polls reveal a grim mood in the U.S. with 72% of voters feeling dissatisfied or angry about the country's direction. Only 7% are enthusiastic, and Biden's approval rating is at 41% with 58% disapproving. Chris Wallace
Why is
remarked
any-
it would take a miracle for Kamala to win given the challenging numbers, noting that if she does, it would signal her ability to position herself as, quote, part of the solution and not part of the problem, unquote.
Keep-
I mean,
keep
you
the
were-
moving
Oh,
so
no.
fast.
I mean, I hate to belabor a point, but you were vice president for 4 years. Of
And
course,
you
you're part
did
of the
You
problem.
had 4 years.
She did nothing.
Didn't do anything. Nothing with Biden. Didn't
She
do
was
a
the border
thing.
czar, and she didn't border my czar at all.
Oh, but then the left will rush to the defense and say, but the vice president doesn't do anything.
I don't care. She was put in charge of the fucking border. She could do whatever she wanted there.
She didn't even go visit the border. It
No.
wasn't
Oh, yeah,
really
There was that quote, like when she was asked, "Have you been to the border?" And she's like, "I haven't even been to Europe."
That's even worse.
Even AOC went to the border and posed for some pictures.
I think even AOC went to Europe at one point.
It was not all Biden's fault, chat. She was a weak, helpless woman. Then she should not have been the president.
It's
I
true.
do not
Yeah, you
want
want
a weak
to.
woman as president. I want a
It's-
strong woman as president.
It's true. You want to claim that
I-
that she wasn't responsible for anything. Then you really want someone like that as president?
Shut
I
up,
want a
like
strong
this.
woman with toned abs and a tan as my president. Tomboy president.
You want
Even
Tomoyo
though-
Mari.
Even though,
Tomboy
I hate,
president. No.
even though I hate both of these women, I would rather have the old Speaker of the House be president before fucking Kamala.
What, Nancy
Harris.
Pelosi?
Pelosi?
Yes.
Oh.
No. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
He's
I
gonna down a
remember
bottle
her.
of vodka before clocking in for work every day.
Nancy Pelosi is literally Skeletor in a wig. I'm not even kidding.
At this point, yes.
Skeletor penetrated our reality and has
What a
been posing
time.
as Nancy Pelosi for 30 years.
Ow! Oh, fuck.
She hurt my soul.
I am the Speaker of the House.
Your He-Man equivalent is not good enough for me.
God, I wish Zoe the Demon Fox were here. She has the most spot-on Skeletor impression. Oh, God.
Grim Joe says Dylan Mulvaney for president. Oh my
No!
Can we
God,
No.
get, wait,
no,
wait,
please
can we get the
no.
luggage thief? Can we get the luggage thief for president?
No.
Get him arrested finally, please, for stealing the luggage from that poor woman.
I know. Like, how
Jesus.
dare you?
I want to see him get so many points that he starts to take points from Harris. Can we see that?
He just starts bullying her until she gives her his points. him or her
it's like-
points.
I don't know if any of y'all have watched Battlefield Friends.
Yeah, so
you don't know how to play
Oh.
ball, so I'm taking it from you. Thank you very much. It's a very nice ball. Probably the best, but you don't deserve it. Thank you.
Trump got Wisconsin.
Oh, did he really?
He did.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why. Yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
about
He got
damn
Wisconsin.
time.
Listen, Harris. All right, you have a very nice Colorado right there, but I think I'm gonna take it. All right, you don't deserve it. It's a very nice
No,
state,
you
very
shouldn't keep
square.
Colorado.
Don't worry,
Very
I'm going to
square,
let.
but I'm
Don't worry,
taking
I'll
the
let you
votes.
keep California for now.
I'm gonna saw it off like Bugs Bunny in that cartoon. All right, it's gonna float away. Goodbye.
Goodbye forever.
Now I'm just picturing Trump himself, the man
Hey,
himself,
Don,
literally just
Eric, we're
going to
taking
California
Colorado.
with
I need you to build a ski resort over there. It's going to be the most beautiful ski resort, the best ski resort you ever seen. It's going to be huge. Huge.
We will build a ski
Big
resort,
league.
and California will pay for it.
Yes!
Yes. As of 1 hour ago, Harris postpones addressing crowd at what is it? What's the Howard University?
Literally exactly what Clinton did. Literally exactly what Hillary did.
That's not good.
Refused to even have any gracious words to say.
Well,
yeah, just like left
Grace
everybody out
and
on the
Kamala
lawn.
Harris, we really don't use those words in the same sentence now, do we? Yeah.
By the way, how much must it suck for Democrat voters that their vote hasn't really mattered since 2012?
Who knows?
I mean, think about it. 2016, they wanted Bernie. What happened? DNC said no, and he bent the knee. 2020, same thing. The DNC colluded to have Biden elected, and Bernie bent the knee again. Now, Biden was supposed to run, but he stepped down, and they installed Kamala because they didn't want to lose that donation money, and she lost tremendously.
They only cared about
Listen,
their donors.
Sweaty, it's all about blue no matter who.
But yeah, no, like
Can you say that again? Just like that?
Slay
What was
Queen.
that? You know what's funny? Trump didn't win the popular vote last time. It looks like
Yeah.
he might win the popular vote this time.
well, there you go.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. Look, if you go to the decision desk, yeah, he's got 66 million, and Harris has 61.
Isn't that crazy, chat?
Quack.
He lost the popular vote in 2016, but he's winning it right now.
Yep, and now the lefties cannot use the excuse of, "Oh, we need to ban the electoral college,"
Uh-huh.
because you know for a fact that they were going to come in full swing and use that.
No need to say thanks, my smooth British man. All right.
Wait, okay, so I used to have a friend from England who, whenever we hopped on Gmod to play Trouble in Terrorist Town, I would tell him to say banana. So can I ask you to say banana for me right now?
Banana.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I don't get it.
Wait,
I'm sorry,
know-
lady.
wait,
If
wait,
you're
wait,
having a
wait.
lady chatterly crisis over there.
It just hits different.
It very much helps that you have a very suave voice, Rick. I'm just gonna say.
Mm-hmm. But
he
it
has to do the Donkey Kong 64. Oh, banana.
No, he doesn't. I mean, you can if you want.
Banana.
Smoother,
Wait,
more
wait,
sultry.
Wait. I guess the biggest change I'm hoping for to see is to see more Republicans willing to speak their minds and not play ball with the Democrats. That's the main thing. It would be nice to see the Democrats clean up their act too and not go for a platform that's so destructive.
Yep, it would be nice.
As much
Current
as
President
people
Joe Biden
claim
facing
that
off
this
against Donald
election
Trump,
has
all of that
divided us,
changed
I honestly
fairly quickly
think
in July
that
when we
the
learned that Vice
election
President
has
Kamala
united
Harris
us
would
in
be
so many ways.
stepping up there
Oh, yeah,
to
for
fill
sure.
in that
I-
Democratic
tend to agree.
It's
nomination.
kind of beautiful to watch, honestly.
And
Oh, I just thought of something so great.
I mean,
What?
What's that?
Two of my coworkers placed bets against my other coworkers that Trump was going to lose. I wish I was going to work tomorrow.
Sometimes
we have
I wish I didn't have the day off. I want to see his
Yeah.
face.
Post it in the chat later.
Yeah, you could just go to work tomorrow, just ski, and then just go back home.
I might.
Some great senators and some
Hey, you
great
forgot
new
something in your
senators.
locker or something.
And it also looks like we'll be keeping
My
control
coworker
of the
and my
House of
manager both went for
Representatives.
Kamala. And I do not like my manager, so it's going to be fun to go in and see that.
Oh, no.
Do
It is a work from home day.
And I
for
want
me
to
tomorrow.
thank Mike Johnson. I think he's doing a
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. If you have any thoughts, questions, or ideas for future videos, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. You can also follow me on Twitter @LordRexworth for more updates and behind-the-scenes content. And if you want to support the channel, check out my Coffee or Throne pages. Links are in the description. Finally, be sure to visit lordrexworth.com and follow me across all platforms. That's lordrexworth.com. Until next time, I wish you all the best, and God bless.